51 years ago, the world was shaken by the crash of a plane that became known as the greatest miracle in aviation. On October 13, 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 departed Montevideo, Uruguay, for Santiago, Chile, carrying 45 people, including a rugby team, friends, and family. A stopover in Argentina due to a storm led to a series of events that culminated in tragedy. The plane took off despite unstable conditions, but a few minutes later, it crashed into the Andes Mountains. Disagreements over the cause of the crash include the loss of wings after colliding with a mountain and a forced landing after encountering strong turbulence. Further analysis pointed to human error by co-pilot Dante Lurer, who underestimated the distance to the airport and began landing prematurely, resulting in the accident. Falling into the mountains during a storm left survivors isolated. 12 people died instantly, while another 17 did not survive the extreme cold, injuries, and lack of food in the following days. The tragedy became known as the Tragedy of the Andes. The miracle occurred when, of the 45 occupants, 16 managed to survive for 72 days on top of the mountain, facing inhumane conditions. Hunger led some to take extreme decisions, including cannibalism. Cardiologist Roberto Canessa, one of the survivors, reported that they initially survived by eating sweets found in suitcases, but scarcity led them to consume anything available. After the plane crash, survivors faced unimaginable challenges as they awaited rescue on the icy summit of the Andes Mountains. The lack of food led them to explore unusual options, such as eating rubber soles, cigarettes, and even toothpaste. These extreme decisions, permeated by despair, became the only alternative in the face of uncertainty about the arrival of rescue. The ethical dilemma of cannibalism, although shocking, highlighted the struggle for survival in extreme conditions and human resilience. The story of the survivors took on even more dramatic contours when it was revealed that many of them knew each other intimately. Friends, relatives, members of a rugby team, all facing the terrible choice of feeding on the bodies of close colleagues. The precarious situation in which they found themselves, combined with overwhelming hunger, led them to a point where the decision to resort to cannibalism became a matter of pure survival instinct. The physical and mental resistance of these survivors was put to the test daily. In the middle of the snow, at an altitude of 3,000 meters, they faced temperatures that reached -30 degrees Celsius during the night. Without food, medicine, or contact with the outside world, their only hope was mutual aid and the unshakable belief that they could overcome adversity. During these 72 days of isolation, the need to stay alive led them to seek any form of nutrition. The narratives of those days are full of moments of despair, but also of camaraderie and solidarity, as each person fought to survive. The physical transformation of survivors, such as Roy, who went from 6 feet tall to just 80 pounds, is a visual testament to the price paid for survival. One of the crucial factors for survival was the technical knowledge of some survivors. Roy Harley, an engineering student at the time, managed to connect a radio to the plane's battery, providing survivors with information about the search and a glimmer of hope. However, the news that the search had been called off after 10 days brought a new level of despair, leaving them with no option but to seek help on their own. The determination of 2 survivors, Fernando Paradu and Roberto Canessa, to climb the mountains in search of help became their last and risky chance for survival. After 9 days of walking, they met a drover named Sergio Catalan, who rode for an incredible 10 hours to Porto Alto, Chile, to communicate and seek help. This heroic act triggered the rescue, defying all expectations and culminating in the survivors' miraculous return to civilization. The rescue took place on December 23, 1972, 72 days after the accident, defying the expectations of the authorities who already considered everyone dead. The story, known as the Miracle of Flight 571, inspired films, series and books, highlighting the incredible journey of overcoming and survival. After their rescue, the survivors faced criticism for their decision to resort to cannibalism, but the extreme context and the fight for survival raise ethical questions. The lives of these people, marked by tragedy, bear witness to extraordinary resilience in the face of adversity. The miracle of Flight 571 not only inspired cinematographic and literary productions, but also became a life lesson about human resilience and the ability to overcome extreme circumstances. The story of these survivors, marked by tragedies and triumphs, continues to resonate as a powerful reminder that, even in the darkest moments, hope and the will to live can prevail. The legacy of Flight 571 remains an inspiration to all who face adversity, reinforcing the belief that, in the end, life always finds a way. Thank you for following this incredible narrative and for exploring the deep aspects of the human condition with us. If you enjoyed the story and the message it conveys, don't forget to like, share with friends and subscribe for more captivating content. See you in the next video, where we will continue exploring stories that challenge, inspire and make us reflect on the extraordinary journey that is life. Until then, remain curious, resilient and always searching for the light even in the darkest moments. Thanks for watching and see you next time.